I'm not gonna lie, I did not see that coming. So shout out to you, Empire. You distracted me with so much other stuff that I did not see it coming. Alright, so this is but it was good. It was good. This is my recap for Empire Season 3, Episode 6, Chimes at Midnight. The episode starts off with Cookie. She has Angelo. He comes over. It's his big day. It's basically the day where he's running, and I think this is where everyone goes to vote. So Cookie's going to be there to support, but Angelo comes because it's like, he wanted to see if maybe he could get some from her. Cookie's just like, no, I actually like you, so I don't want it to be our first time to be on the day where we're going, and because he even brought her coffee and everything, and he was kissing up on her, giving her compliments, and she was like, no, that'll be enough of that later. When you're not distracted, why don't you go off and do what you need to do, and I'll go and handle what I need to handle. All of a sudden, we hear, Tiana's song, Me, go off, and Cookie's like, wait a minute, what the hell? Why is her song playing? Cookie wasn't able to stop it. I was like, oh, here we go, corruption time. Jamal's in the studio with D Major, and he's not feeling the song that he's working on, because he's like, it sounds too clouded, it sounds too much. I don't really like the song anyway, so that's fine. But Jamal, he's shaking a little bit because he's not taking his pain meds. And D Major's like, well, dude, maybe in order to operate, you should take those meds. I'm like, you're telling someone that's trying to get off of medication, someone who's borderline becoming an addict, to go and take those meds instead of trying to solve the problem. Okay, I see how it is. Please like, comment, subscribe. By the way, I forgot to say that. And again, everyone's phone starts to go off. Jamal's phone's going off with Tiana's song. He has no idea. It was funny though. Jamal had no idea. He was like, what the hell is this? Who's this? I was like, oh, Tiana. Like, what? But Lucious is talking to Anika, and because Anika couldn't get that Anika, she's not a bad mother, she just doesn't know how to be a mother. She could not get that little girl quiet to save her life. Lucious comes in and he starts playing some music. The baby stops crying. I'm like, he's like, daddy's little baby. She's like, you need to stop it. Her grandfather, maybe. Again, over the speakers, we hear Tiana's song play again, and now Lucius looks at his tablet and he sees a message. He sees Tiana, he sees a corrupt version of Tiana. I'm like, okay, so this cyber attack has to do with Tiana. Check. Because there's no other reason why they would go after Tiana's song and play her and her image if it wasn't Tiana related. I'm like, come on, let's do the math here. He's like, I got you. And what's going on is they're being attacked. They're being attacked. And why was it that Lucius was getting his hair done? Lucius was getting a perm. We know he gets perms, but we actually saw him through the process getting a perm. Andre brings this white techie guy. He's supposed to be the best of the best to make sure that, Empire Extreme, which is their streaming service, that nothing happens to that, because if something happens to Empire Extreme, then they're screwed. $15 million down the drain. Now, shout out to Hakeem, and Hakeem always has good collaborations. Hakeem and now Nessa. Hakeem's in the studio, he's vibing out with Nessa, and this song is basically like Hakeem's I Want You, I Love You, You My Baby, You My Darling. And Nessa's just like, okay, we cool, whatever. And Hakeem's like, you my baby, you my darling. Nessa's like, we cool, whatever. But with all that being said and done, Andre comes into the fray, because Hakeem was trying to spit game at her, try to say, oh, I love you, use for me, use the one, it is what it is. Andre's like, oh, I need to talk to my brother, can you go for a second? He's like, wait a minute, but you're gonna come back, because we're still not done. Love you, see you later. She's like, no, I have to go and pick up Shine. Andre said, boy, stay in your place. You better stay in your place. You better stay in your place. You better stay in your place. You got me? I was like, oh, Hakeem, Andre's crazy. You just called him Frankenstein in the last episode. Let's stop it. Now, Lucius is thinking of who could have possibly gone snitched. He wasn't necessarily wrong, and I'll tell you why later, but he goes and he's like, Leon, or Lenny, whatever his name is, French Montana. French Montana's character comes through, and French is like, look, I had a deal with Live Nation, and I was trying to do something with you guys, or you guys wanted to do something with me, and I have bad blood with all the other people in the industry. Why would I be worried about you? You know my style. I'm not the type to go and do this type of foolery, this type of internet trolling stuff, because that's what it is. I'm not for it. The white techie guy comes in and it's just like, look, this is getting worse. They're breaking in, well, not into Empire Stream because that firewall is good, but don't check your emails, because if you check your emails, you will spread the virus. You're just screwed, because now everyone's emails are getting hacked. I mean, everyone who works at Empire that has an email account with Empire is getting hacked. Lucious gets his gun, threatens the techie guy, says, you're gonna go fix this or this is gonna be your butt. So now they come down into, you know, Empire's server room, and things are going from bad to worse. I mean, the emails are becoming widespread, and while Cookie's watching Angelo go and do his thing for his potential election, Cookie sees that Lucious is calling him. She ignores it, because why wouldn't she? And Lucious goes, gets some guy, I guess, that Cookie knows. I don't know if it's her. I'm assuming maybe it's her security or something, or maybe it's Angelo's security. It's like, okay, you need to talk to your husband. It's like, what? And Lucious said, the board wants to meet with us. Why the board? Well, you'll find out why. She comes there, and the board's like, maybe, Lucious, you need to step down. Maybe we need to go and just pay them ransom, because these hackers want, or hacker wants $1 million per hour, or else information will be leaked. I had to say it like that for dramatic effect, because the board is saying, no, Lucious, because they were like, Lucious, we're not listening to you. Cookie, what do you think? Well, I actually agree with Lucious, because we've weathered way worse. I'm like, yeah, of course. She did 17 years. Y'all both selling drugs. It is what it is. The feds raid y'all multiple times. It is what it is. But they're like, you know, you may not be worried, but we can't have the whole email thing coming out, because none of us is safe. And this is where Andre, I was like, uh-oh. We should have known right away that if Andre was playing this game from the jump, there was going to be some problems. Andre went in and was like, you, over there, right. You know, there was an issue about money laundering, and that actually had to do with Vernon. We haven't heard that name in a long time. My uncle Vernon, he had an interest in prostitutes. So, you know, he would go and pay for prostitutes. I paid to cover it up. That's where that money trail is. So it's like, yeah, well, we feel like this is not in our best interest. Andre said, hold up. Why are you talking? Because you also have a thing for prostitutes, and I have that documented. And you also have a thing for solicitation and having sex and doing some nasty, freaky stuff. And we have those emails as well. We have that information as well. I have the information to go at you. So if anyone else has anything else to say, then we're going to go and find another way, because we're not going to play your game. Cookie gets a call from Tiana. It's like, Lord Jesus, Tiana, what's the problem? It's Graham, you know, Romeo. Graham is basically dogging Tiana out on, and that's where I was like, wait a minute, something's not right here. Something's really not right here. Graham dogging out Tiana online, and Tiana's information keeps getting put out. That's when I realized, oh, Tiana is Tiana's demo that's not even done yet. They're trashing her song. And because I was like, I actually like that song. I like the opera part. I like the message. The production overall's okay. But Starlight is definitely more so a radio record. I will say that. Cookie's like, we're gonna handle this. Don't worry about it. Here goes Becky. Well, you know, if I was still on your team, you wouldn't have had these issues. And no, I could have been able to help you out. I would have told you he was a buster. Cookie's like, hello, you're not on their team, so stop it. And you, stop crying, you face worse. Tiana said, hold up, how are you telling me to get over this when I'm the one dealing with the brunt of the issues? Again, that was another clue. What about you? It's like, what if the shoe was on the other foot? Cookie, I was like, who are you? Tiana, you can get replaced real fast. We like Nessa's voice too, and she comes with a message, so stop it. You cute, you got a nice body, but Nessa has a message, and she cute, and has a nice body too, so let's stop playing. Lucious calls everyone in because everyone's phones has to get cycled out, because all of their emails are being blasted at this point. Hakeem comes in, he comes in, he comes in with Tariq, and Hakeem's just like, ah ha ha, Tiana, see, I told you shouldn't have left me. I'm like, Hakeem, you have done something. Tiana's like, read between the lines. Oh, but Tariq was saying how, Lucious, I didn't actually do this. We don't go and plant these things. We just go and collect. We collect the dirt. We don't plant the dirt. We don't have to do that. There's enough going around here to... Jesus, I wasn't ready for what happened next. Actually, I was, because Cookie, I forgot to mention this, but Cookie actually sent Angelo a new pic. And Angelo's like, you sent me something through email? Woo! Yeah. And you sure you want me to leave? Now, this is why that was important. Because next thing we know, Cookie's new pic was the next thing to be leaked. Cookie had this look of... Andre had this look of... But Andre also had this look of, what the... That wasn't part of the... Why was that leaked? Because he had this look of, that did not just happen. Jamal was like, no. Like, he was like, no, Mom, why? Lucious took that chair, threw it, and destroyed that TV. And I was mad at him. I was like, you better. Cookie's like, hello? What's the problem here? At least a Perky. Cookie will never, ever, ever let anyone see her sweat. And I respect her for that. Because it was like sharks in water. Lucious was over when he had his one-on-one with Cookie. He was just like, oh, so now we acting like little schoolgirls, sending our little boyfriends pics, naked pics. And it's just like, Lucious, you jealous? You jealous because no one sent you anything like that? You jealous because your stomach is coming over your belt? Next thing we know, we have Shine. Shine's there because of the fact that Lucious doesn't trust Shine. Lucious thinks that Shine did it. Cookie's just like, I don't have time for this. I have to go. Shine's just like, oh, Cookie, you okay? He was like, you know, I know the camera adds 10 pounds. It must be true because you look good. It's just like, and you look full. She was just like, wait, I'm trying to give you a compliment and I'm trying to give you some tips. Maybe next time you need to put down that damn fork. Exhibit must have been like, oh my god, I love this woman. Anika, again, she's being potentially hired as Shine's A&R. And Cookie also had the look of, okay, if you want. I don't want to deal with that, so go ahead and do it. Because I'm not taking that job. And, you know, Anika just reassured Lucious that, no, this doesn't seem like Shine's thing. Shine actually wants to get into the industry, so why would he go and try to mess up a good thing? And Lucious was like, you know what? You're right. Shine's more of a direct. So I'll take your word for it for now. But no one is safe. Everyone is guilty until proven innocent. Now, why did Becky trust White Man? Why did Becky trust this man? Why did Becky trust the quote-unquote A&R, potential A&R? I was just, because he was just like, I need your help. Of course, because he wanted me. He was like, you know, I'm all here for me, the song Me. Now, online, they're trashing it. So Becky said, Angie Martinez, I actually set up an interview with Angie Martinez where we could go and just say Me was the demo track and Starlight was the main official single. Why did she give him that idea? He was like, you know what, I got your back. Don't worry about it. I'm thinking, Becky, you should have went and told Cookie this idea before he was able, because he just basically ran off and told Cookie. I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Philip, who is Jamal's, you know, sponsor, or yeah, life coach. I'm calling him his life coach right now. He comes in, he's just like, wow, did you know that people were saying all this stuff to you online? He was like, yeah, I know, but it's online. But I guess, you know, with the emails being sent to Empire, possibly some people in Empire feeling a certain way. You know, my mom protected me from that. Lucious really didn't care either way. As soon as D-Major came in, D-Major was like, hello, we have stuff to do. Stop talking with your new boyfriend. And Jamal is still bugging because now Jamal's listening to the music. You know, it's cleaned up a little bit. It's not as noisy, but the files are being deleted. D-Major is bugging out because it's like all that hard work just for it to go down the drain. Lucious has hot sauce. He has hot sauce ready to go. You know, the baseball bat. He has it ready to go. It's like, you better tell me what I want to know. Because I'm tired of you. Like, what's going on? Now, everything gets shut down. No one can access anything. The hackers officially got in. Lucious just like, and Empire Extreme? You better fix this, and you better fix this fast, or else. I was like, yeah, you better fix this fast. With that being said, Angelo comes back, and Angelo, you know, he's talking to Cookie, and Cookie lets it be known the fact that her news got leaked. It's hard because his campaign manager told Cookie that it's not in his best interest to have you come anywhere anymore because your news got leaked. And he fired the campaign manager on the spot. I'm like, there you go, Angelo. Okay, Cookie was like, I appreciate that, but my past is just way too much, and I don't want to ruin a good thing, so I'm going to go and let you be great. And he's like, no, I have your back. It's like, and I know you do, and that's why I can't see you fail because of me. Just go before I start to cry. It's like, oh. It's like, okay, now Taraji, you better bring out some tears. We only got what, like 15 seconds before the scene's over. Bring out the tears. And she's like, I was like, okay, there we go. That was a little bit of a struggle, but there we go. D Major's pissed. He's pissed, and Jamal is like nervous. It's like, damn, all that works. It's like, no, we just need to go back to basics. Do analog, do something. Don't worry about it. No, I just need to go. I just need to clear my head. I'm like, what the? Jamal? And I say just like that, Jamal? Andre's thinking, okay, Lucious, why do you want me to fire all these people? I can't trust anyone. So anyone that said something negative about me has to go. The hacker guy says, oh, you don't have to kill me because I finally have something. It actually is, there was something that was in Empire, and it was a key here. And it was in Tiana's studio. They go to Tiana's studio. Tiana's with her girls. And Lucious was like, I need to talk to you. So, get up in attention. Get in formation. Stop. She said, oh, okay. What's going on? It's like, Tiana, do you have anything to say for yourself? The hack came from here. So, who came around? Well, you know, the usual Cookie, Becky, the usual Empire people, Graham's. It's like, oh, Graham? Yeah, and, you know, Graham doesn't really like you. Yeah, he says that you're a fossil and that, you know, he's been slandering me on social media. And, you know, one time he actually hacked into my phone without getting my passcode. Yeah, he was like, passcodes are for suckers. Viruses are for suckers. I don't need stuff like that nowadays. You don't need stuff like that nowadays. And all of us had the collective look like, Tiana, when you realized that the attack was centralized and focused on you, and that the hacker possibly could have been your ex because of the fact that your ex doesn't like Lucious or Empire or record labels, period, you didn't think to go, oh, God, you trash. You really are trash. And Lucious, he held real restraint because that girl who had some lip was like, oh my, can we take her out to the back and get rid of her? Next thing you know, Lucious, Andre show up at Graham's place, and Graham, you know, he tries, you know, the plausible deniability. I did nothing. I did nothing. It wasn't me. You know, I know how to hack, and, you know, I'm good, but I didn't do a darn thing. Andre's like, oh, really? Kim Possible style. Got his computer up and running and found all the information, all of the files, all of the images that he created, and blasted out to Empire. And this is like, I still don't know what you're talking about. I still need to do this. Lucious said, you know what? I thought you were a G. I thought you went to Jamaica, got you the world's biggest spliff. But this is an incense. And that's why I realized, oh, you a punk. You a punk. You not as cool as you think you are. I know you don't like record labels. You said that I'm a fossil. You said that I just dump turds all over the place and see whatever doesn't stink as much. Excuse me. He said, but you know, I have something for you because you're still not acknowledging what you did. Next thing you know, Shine comes through and we're like, oh God, Shine's been waiting to beat someone up. You know Shine's been waiting to beat someone up. Next thing we know, Shine's goons go after Grams. It's like, not the face. What, you gonna hit a kid? I'm like, yeah, you gonna hit a kid. Absolutely. That kid, when it cost us money, time, effort, that kid needs to go. because I wasn't mad at him. And I was like, wow, Andre's having a really good day. What's going on here? Lucious, he's celebrating the fact that they won, they beat the hacker, they beat that. It has to be known that Andre is now the president of Empire Swiftstream, which is huge because that's Lucious's baby. That's Lucious's pride and joy. That's what Lucious loves the most right now. And the thing is that Cookie announced that, you know, the white guy, the white music guy that betrayed Becky once, did it again and took all the credit and said, oh, he released Tiana's other single, Starlight, and it got a lot of buzz. The sales, the streams are going bananas. So he basically saved the day for Tiana, image-wise. Becky was pissed. Becky was like, no, I had to go up. Becky was like, I had to go. Think of this. Thirsty is the same height as Becky, but he's like this in compared to Becky. And yet he was holding her back like, what do you think you're doing? No, no, no. When they go low, we go high. We go high and we go up and bam. But we don't do it straight to the face. You can't go in there barging in. You're going to look like the crazy black woman. Instead of doing that, we're going to go and destroy him where it hurts the most. His business, his reputation, his pride. Don't worry, I got you. I got you, girl. We're going to work together. We're going to figure this out because no one coming after one of us. And I was like, oh, look at Thirsty. Now, Jamal is getting a little nervous because he's like, the pain's getting to him. At this point, I don't even know if it's real pain anymore, if he's just going through withdrawal, and so he's starting to feel the symptoms of pain. But because of that, he calls D Major, leaves a message. He's like, yeah, can you just come over? Because he calls Philip first. Both went to voicemail, but when he called D Major, it was like, you know, just call me back. And then he was like, no, can you just come over? I'm thinking, oh God. Because he drank the rest of the alcohol, and the glass fell, and he didn't even care. I'm like, oh, it started. He already took something. Now, I love that performance between Tiana and Hakeem. What did that sample? Because that definitely sampled something. But that song was high. I need to go make sure I download that off of Tidal tonight. But Hakeem the whole time was trying to go and sing to his girl, sing and rap to his girl, but his girl has eyes for his brother. So he didn't win. He was irritated, but you know, he's trying to be professional because he's on stage. Jamal's singing this song. I'm like, oh, okay, can we be done with that? And D Major is loving the vision because Jamal is hopped up on drugs, obviously on pills. He's just like, oh, and this is what we do. We need to change the world with the sound. This means we need to go in a different direction. I'm like, ooh, slow your roll, man. Slow your roll. Next thing you know, they go and start making now. Tariq is looking through email files because remember, they got access to all the emails. And he notices something. He's talking to his partners. He notices the fact that Andre paid off paid people, like, what was it? 50-something, $60,000 each. And this was 2 days after Frank Gathers was killed. So he's like, suspicious. What's suspicious is how Jamal High slept with D Major, then passed out. D Major is trying to wake him up. He can't do it. He's like, Jamal, wake up, wake up, wake up. I'm like, hello. Even I know it's going to take someone and put them in the shower and run cold water over. Like, that's obvious. But you know who he calls? He doesn't call 911. He doesn't call Cookie, Andre, the rest of them. He calls Philip. You know, Jamal's sponsor. I'm thinking, if Philip wasn't there, what the? Philip comes there and says like, did you call the police? He said, no, I didn't want the press. I didn't want the press to get a hold of this. I'm thinking, yeah, you didn't want the press to know that you were sleeping with a man because you're still on the down low. See, you almost like your boo died because you're trying to keep your little secret. Please. Philip comes in, saves the day. Now, I will say, did Jamal lose weight? Because I remember him looking a little fluffier. Does it really matter? No, I don't care. But it's just like little things that I notice. I'm like, something looks different. Something looks different. Or maybe that's how he always looked. I just never paid attention because I didn't care. But again, Philip goes, puts him in the shower, runs water over him, and he wakes up. He's like, oh, I don't feel a pulse. Well, the pulse is faint. That's why you didn't feel it. It's like he didn't overdose, he just blacked out. Jamal's like, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like, oh my gosh. Jamal, stop it. Cookie's watching the TV and she's watching Angelo. And she was just looking to see what Angelo would say about her relationship. And he acknowledged the fact that he was in a relationship with Cookie. He was in a relationship with her. And it was going well until you guys went and intervened. And the fact that someone thought it was cool to go and leak her image, that was messed up because she's a good woman and all that. You know, he was just singing praises to Cookie. Next thing we know, the female reporter said, so are you not going to stand up for women's rights to privacy? It's like, you're absolutely right. The double standard is ridiculous. It's disgusting. And as a man, I should go and definitely stick up for women's rights. Next thing you know, he starts stripping. I'm like, wait a minute. This is national TV. You still want to win. Stop it. Stop it. So he takes off his shirt and he's like, look, do I need to show you guys more or did I make my point? I love her. I stand with her. And she's just like, you know what? I love you. I was like, that's it? That's it? She had this look of, Lord, did anyone hear me say that? Okay, good. I mean it, but I just didn't want anyone else to know. Andre brings Nessa to this weird warehouse. Why? Because he has a deal. He's like, I want to show you that I can trust you and that you're going to be my future queen. Next thing we know, we see French Montana. And yes, French Montana was the one who went and orchestrated all this mess. Because at first we were thinking, Graham, something seems off about this. Now, Graham could have been working with French and leaking that information. French could have leaked the information to Graham. I don't know exactly how it's set up. I just know that it was French who was the main culprit. Andre told him to do it because I'm like, this takes someone really smart to orchestrate this, and neither of them seemed... So, it made sense that it was Andre, and he was like, well, you know, this is me. Andre's like, yeah, now that I'm the head of Empire Extreme, I can get you that deal. We can work together. Don't worry, I got your back. You know, we from the streets. It is what it is. I got you the money. And that's just like, wait, so now you a thug? That was just like, no. But if they see me as a thug, I'm going to act like a thug. We're going to be above it. And he said, you know, Rhonda would approve of you being a thug? No. Of me choosing you because remember when I said you're the music, you're the embodiment of music. And if I have the music and the brains, know-how, and ingenuity and everything else, then we a power couple. I got you. You got me? Look. That whole scene was extra dramatic, gave me, what was it, Man P.I. style. I loved every moment of it. I know some people don't like the extraness or sometimes unrealistic or random stuff that they throw in there, but I'm here for it. Andre just showed that Lucious thinks that Andre is on his side and that Andre is his little whipping boy and Andre's just there up under him. No, Andre surpassed him when he was, what, age 10, and he was hiding Lucious's gun from the cops? Andre was already ahead of Lucious back then. So with the college education, oh man, Lucious. You worried about Hakeem, you worried about Jamal, you worried about the wrong kids. Please like, comment, subscribe.